iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. Missouri about to kick off to lift the lid on this one. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be shoved out of bounds at the 39 after a good return on that one. From the gun, running back on the move. Oh, he's got some space. And the defense finally able to corral him at the 45. That will move the chain. Alabama quickly back to the line.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
And it really doesn't matter what the decision is on the RPO. When your defensive line can reset the line of scrimmage like that, get off blocks and make plays.
So now it's 2nd and long. Quick release by the QB. Lowers those pads. And how does he keep running? I'd be dizzy after a spin move like that. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Makes a connection. They've got enough for the 1st down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball's at the 17. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Russell unleashes to the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Got room on the return. He's at the 40. Past the 20. He's at touchdown Tigers. The defense gets it done with that huge interception return. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside it, can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the 1st quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. That kind of pickup on 1st down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. On 3rd and short, the power run here. That could be an alley. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. Saw a crease, nothing but green grass and opportunity, and he flashed through it for 6.
And when you can get 30-plus yards out of your running back and he can make big plays like this, man, it's hard to call a lot of passes. I'm just going to feed this guy the rock.
He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. They'll start this drive on the ground with Hardy. Makes it past the marker. There he goes to the right. He's at the 30. Inside the 10. Into the house. Touchdown, Missouri!
And it's the game-breaking speed you see right there. He takes it all the way to the house. It's that speed. That's the reason why a lot of people thought if he had declared for the NFL draft, he would have been playing on Sundays now. There's just not a lot of running backs in college football that can run like this guy.
And it's so nice to have that guy back. Like, to keep that guy on your roster, it's like recruiting the best player in the country, right? You got one of the best backs. To be able to keep that guy on your roster was the big offseason coup. Like, you mentioned the NFL can also transfer, can go make money elsewhere. To keep him on the roster, and he shows you why. This guy is the catalyst, one of the best in the country at his spot.
And I like the defense being aggressive. They heated up that RPO. He didn't even give him time to read it. I'm getting in the backfield right now, making a play, being aggressive, bringing the fight to the offense.
Right back to the well. He's brought down immediately and barely got it back to the line of scrimmage. The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on third down. Keelan Russell. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. The 10. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Man, sometimes you can live with mistakes, but you can't live with the critical mistakes. Like, turning the football over is one thing, but this is 2 now that he's thrown to the other team that's gone all the way back to the house. He's got to get this thing dialed in. You can't make these critical mistakes.
They'll try to add another to their lead. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. You don't see this very often, an early onside kick when you have the lead. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
We'll see if they have enough time to get another snap before the clock hits 0. Throwing Russell. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm as they get set to snap it just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw. It's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. That's the end of the quarter, and Missouri has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers, and they have jumped out to an impressive start. So first down here as they go back to work. The option, he'll keep it. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. Alabama pushing the tempo. Russell throws to the wideout. Tosses it incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at half.
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Quickly complete. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get it in with the run. Grinding and churning close to the goal line, but he'll be stopped inches short. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. Keelan Russell. Complete. Give him 6. Touchdown, Alabama! After the score, we'll see if that breathes a little fire into them.
And you see it all the time, right? You get that score, you get that energy, the crowd gets involved, and the defense got to get out and get you a stop. But this was step 1 to getting them back in the ballgame.
And he's going to try to return this one. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Here's Hardy to begin the drive. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? 2nd down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive.
Maybe a crease. He's stopped right at the 50-yard line, but they'll move the chains. It's first down.
They're going to keep feeding this guy the football, guys. Over 100 yards rushing with that last carry now. We knew coming into this game today, they had to get the running game.
There he goes. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down. Mizzou coming out with a fresh set of downs. Motion from the wide receiver. Simmons. Snagged out of the air. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Tigers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. They'll try the counter.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for a man. It's Simmons. Quick completion on the out. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
He's knocked down for a loss of 7. This drive was rolling, and then it got thrown into reverse. Here's a 2nd and 18. It's complete. And there might have been trouble if they hadn't gotten to him immediately. Missouri gets to the line quickly. From the gun on 3rd down, Simmons finds his big tight end. He's dragged down at the 12, chip shot field goal range, but might they go for it here on 4th down? The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. 4th down, and this crowd trying to help this defense rise to the occasion. 4th down, Simmons. Complete and looking for enough for the first down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. On 1st and goal, Missouri will try to strike Pater. Now on the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it, slow motion. I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Throwing Simmons. Fires to the wideout. Looking for the goal line. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons. Touchdown, Tigers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
Man, that was beautiful clock management. Great job by this offense, sustaining the drive, not getting too much in a panic, and finishing the drive with a touchdown with not a lot of time on the clock.
They want to get the ball right back here in the first half. They've got the lead and going for the onside kick. They got on the ball, but I believe he touched it before it went 10 yards, and there is a flag on the field. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. He wants to change this route. Throwing Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Looking to throw, it's Russell. How about this defense making a statement to end the half with a sack? As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. And the offense will stay out there for one more play with 1 second remaining in the first half. Back to throw, time running short in the half. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. He'll bring it back looking for help. And the returner goes down. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
Well, this offense has been having its way all day long with this defense, but finally the defense creates a negative play. Let's see if that now gives them a little more confidence to get back in this game.
Lined up in the gun, here's Simmons on 3rd. Going downfield for the big play. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. Guys, look at this. I'm surprised they're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. On a little time, lets it go. Runs through a tackle. How about that tackle to stop him short on 4th down? This offense has it with really good field position. Down after a nice gain. Alabama quickly back to the line. He's going to lose a yard on that one. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Russell fires into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there. You start with this kind of field position. If you have to settle for a field goal attempt, demoralizing. 3rd down coming up. And he's got it! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
And a lot of times when you get down here in the red zone, man, it's players, not plays. Finding your individual matchups that you feel very confident in. And I'm not surprised they went to their go-to wide receiver. And I'm also not surprised that he won on the outside and got the touchdown.
And he added the extra point. He'll bring it out. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Mizzou has it back in the offense coming out on the field. They're still holding the lead, but hoping to flex a little muscle on this drive. Looking for room to the right, it's Hardy. Breaks into the open. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Again, it's Hardy. Just gets it to the 28, pickup of 1.
That's a really good job by this defense because 2nd and short a lot of times, you're thinking pass. You're thinking they're going to try to make that big play because they're set up in a good spot. They did a great job still getting penetration, shutting down the run. Now, 3rd and short time. Probably expecting another run again. Who's going to be the most physical team?
He'll be brought down, but it'll move the chains for Mizzou. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. It's 1st down from their own 23-yard line. They go play action with Simmons. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
He does a good job of dropping back, going through his progressions. Nothing there. What do? Go get some yards. Make it positive. Don't sit back in the pocket and force something into a bad situation or take a sack. Great job making something out of nothing.
The Tigers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. The run inside. It's Hardy. There's a little room there. And there they go again with another huge gain on the ground. He's finally run out of bounds.
And it's going to be interesting to watch this defense, man, because obviously when you're trailing, and offenses can sometimes get conservative. That's 2 runs back-to-back. Do they get more aggressive and try to bring more guys near the line of scrimmage, not let them waste time, and try to get their offense the football?
And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
Man, that is a huge play for the defense because they had to stop the bleeding. On the very last play, they gave up an explosive one, and all of a sudden it feels like the defense is on their heels. But what a great job in an individual effort, winning up front, getting around the block, and getting to the quarterback, creating a negative play.
Makes the catch, and he's free. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20. The Tigers didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Here's Simmons to throw. He's got the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense first and goal from the 7. And the Tigers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. These corners going to give these receivers some space. The pitch. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved the touchdown. The Tigers want to crank the tempo. On the option. Quick toss. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Simmons trying not to drown in the noise. Touchdown, Tigers. The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
Missouri, 35. Alabama, 21.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. That's it for the period, and Missouri has the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Keelan Russell going long. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
And this is going to fall on the quarterback's shoulders here in the 4th quarter. You're trailing. It's a close game. You are going to have to complete some balls. You're going to have to make some big-time throws.
And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Bringing it back. And he's going to take...
before the game. This is a concerning crowd. You know, every time we're here, it's one of the best atmospheres in all of college football. The coach said they will have to communicate at a high level. They have worked with crowd noise all week at practice. We'll see if it pays off here today. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Now here's Mack. Got his man out of the backfield. Could not make his way to the corner.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to running back, closing space, and getting that fast dude on the ground.
Throwing Russell. Fires to the wideout. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
And that's something you're always worried about. The first drive, it's a good play by the defense, but you're worried about your freshman settling in a tough environment on the road, the crowd going bananas. Palmer, he makes the early mistake, and I look forward to watching this kid. How does he respond to some early adversity?
Yeah, he hasn't played in a lot of environments like this throughout his career. There's no question. So this is obviously a major challenge. If I'm the head coach now, I'm pulling him aside and I'm saying, hey, listen, interceptions are going to happen. Let's get that one out of the way now. Let's learn from it. Let's move forward. As a play caller, you got to help this young quarterback out. Now, you have to run the ball. You got to find him some easy completions to get his confidence back.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. It's Daniels. He'll take a shot. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Trying to find the end zone. Stop at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Florida State.
And what a push up front by this offensive line. Everyone playing in unison, driving out of their stance, working into the second level, hats on hats, creating a lane for that running back.
They get set for the point after we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And close the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. And some room to work.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Alabama pushing the tempo. They'll go right back to him. Finding some room. The 30. He's at the 20. Touchdown tie. He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy, he makes a big play. Yes, please.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown. And he's going to bring it out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Give to the back. Plows through the defense. And that penetration left him nowhere to go. Dodged a couple, but he's knocked down for a loss.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this.
Upstairs to make the catch. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30+. This guy hoping to join that long line of big playmakers for Florida State, whether it's Rashad Green, Kez McCorvey, or, of course, the great Peter Warrick.
Yeah, finding those guys on the outside with game-breaking speed that you can build your offense around, that you know you can consistently throw the football, get Doak Campbell Stadium rocking, get everybody excited about Florida State.
Hello.
Back to throw, it's Daniels. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it's picked off. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. The running back has it. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first. An array of possibilities here. Quarterback making adjustments. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. Brought down at the 46-yard line, and that's enough for the first down.
Oftentimes when offenses get a first down, that's when they like to speed up the tempo. You're seeing them now go hurry up.
And he fired a bullet in, but it's incomplete. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. QB draw. Not a lot of room there. He'll pick up a few before he's forced out of bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
To the air, it's Daniels. There's the pressure. Knocked down after a pickup of maybe 2, and man, that pursuit, they had their hair on fire. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you can tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
As they get set to start, to reach the end of the quarter.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete on the right side. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the 2nd. First play of the period, first down here. Gives it on the option. Fights off a defender. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Under fire. Got a man in the middle. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown Seminoles.
abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, get the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Tide ready to roll on offense. Defense made a play with that interception to set them up. Now to see if they can... Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. Alabama pushing the tempo.
Nice job by this defense getting to the QB and getting him on the ground, creating the negative play. This offense must have seen something because they're right back on the ball, ready to snap it again.
Well, it was a good throw. It was a good route, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Keelan Russell. Just too much of a rush, and down goes the quarterback just behind the midfield stripe at the 49. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the grab at the 10. He gets it out to the 17, the cover unit right there to make the stop. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Had the pick in his hands and couldn't hang on, and you just won't see that from him very often. It'll be third down.
This quarterback is living dangerously now. He threw a pick earlier in the game, and he almost threw another one right there. These windows are tight. He's got to be really good with his decision-making.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Tight end finds a soft spot. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Back to pass. Sends it downfield. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Myers to the middle. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Russell. Oh, they're after him. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Maybe a pickup of 2, and they'll stop him right there, and that takes us to the 2-minute timeout. They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dome. got him. They stop him right at the 25-yard line. That's well short of the first down. Certainly in field goal range, but let's see what they do here. Oh, better look out. Turning it on. Touchdown, Bama. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
This has been a back-and-forth battle with a lot of football left to go. Really nice job executing on that rushing touchdown. If they get this extra point, this thing is all tied up.
And the extra point is good.
That extra point leaves us deadlocked. Give it a second.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Singleton. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Back to pass, it's Daniels. Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Finds the tight end. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. And the Noles racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Fires to the big fella.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. It was so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable. Really putting this offense in a good position.
Pulls it in with one hand. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on fourth down. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. They're moving quickly after that big fourth down conversion. Clock will roll when the ball is set.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical game.
Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And the Seminoles can really attack on this second and short. Looking to fire. Lost one deep down the right side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And as you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs.
Nice job by the defense. Great pass defense, getting in the lanes, doing a really good job understanding they were going to throw the football in this fourth down. They played it well. Incomplete pass. Defense turns to offense.
Soft spot in the middle. Gets it inside the 40, brought down at the 39, and they can't stop the clock. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Keelan Russell going to try to get it himself. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Oh, the fumble on the defense got it. Hits the accelerator to the right. Going the other way, and he takes it all the way back. Oh, what a way to finish the half, and what a disastrous way for this offense.
And how about the finish to this first half. This defense trying to hold on and not give up points. They flip the script, force the fumble, scoop it up, score it, and bring all the momentum right into the half with this football team.
And the point after is good. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
The Seminoles moving quickly to the line. On third and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
Yeah, a nice job dialing up that short yardage situation play call there, David. They needed 1 yard, and they picked up 2.
Yeah, great job up front. Great job by the back knowing where they need to go. Nice having a hole you can get through and not have to just do it all on your own as a running back.
From the gun, the ground game. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it at this point. That looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wonder maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Yeah, how about the running back showing you a little agility, baby? A little toe tapping on the sidelines. He looked like a wide receiver. Make sure he kept his feet in bounds, makes the catch, gets some positive yards.
Man, what a surge by this defense. I think he's going to be a little bit short of the first down.
And this defense has got to be jacked up, man. They finally forced.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. On fourth down, looking for the completion. Takes a hit as he releases it and just spiked it right into the ground. Great place to start for this offense. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. After the filthy move, he's got room. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. Offense lining up quickly.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1 yard line. What a run there. Alabama comes to the line with a first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. These fans raising the volume on second and goal. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Now here's Russell. Lets it fly. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. Scanning the field, it's Daniels. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Takes it the other way. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Alabama!
And this defense comes up with another big play, man. They get the pick six. They get the mistake. They've been flying all over the field, playing well with their hair on fire, Palmer, forcing some turnovers, really doing a good job of confusing this QB.
Yeah, and on offense for the quarterback, you've got to stop with the turnovers. Now, obviously, turnovers lose you games. When you allow defensive touchdowns, the analytics show you your losing probability goes way up. Right now, they'd be out comfortably ahead if he would just stop giving the football to the other team. They need to settle him down before he gets back out on the field.
On the move from inside his 5. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Now they'll run the draw. Oh, he's got some space. Brought down at the 31 after a pickup of 10 yards on that one.
And finally, we see a nice gain. That's his best run of the game. And this offense works best when he is going. And then you can throw the passing game and the play action, and there's more balance. So maybe that's a sight of things to come. Maybe they can get this thing going and get back in this football game.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Dropping back, it's Daniels. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of said, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
This time he's got it. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They'll run it out of the shotgun. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. 3 quarters are in the books. Time becomes a factor both in trying to hold the lead or cut into it as we take a look at the stats. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it down the field. Just what they were looking for, a huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. The Seminoles want to move quickly. They'll go right back to the run. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. And a big opportunity for this offense to tie the game up in the 4th with a touchdown. A 1st down run on the doorstep. And he's in! Touchdown, Noles! The Seminoles back in the lead. The extra point here would tie the game. And a little pressure, no problem. The extra point ties the game here in the 4th.
This defense is going to have to do a better job being physical. That's 2 rushing touchdowns they've now allowed. They have got to be better close to the line of scrimmage.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. Tie game, 4th quarter, plenty of time to work with, exactly where you want to be in this one. The give to the back. There he goes. one tie. They move on top here in the fourth. And the Tide answer. An impressive run from the back. Gets him 6 points, good drink of water, and maybe a little oxygen.
He definitely needs some oxygen after that long run, but it looks simple, right? Just hand the ball off, but when you can make big plays like this in the run game, man, does it make offense fun.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To the air, it's Daniels. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line. The Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Another incompletion on 3rd down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Seminoles come to the line with a new set of downs. Not really a huge decision there. You don't want to give up the football at this juncture of the game, and they're able to keep the drive going.
You know, the head coach here obviously feels like punts and field goals are not going to get him back in, and so put this one on your quarterback. Trust in him to go out and execute and give your team a chance to win.
The Noles look to keep this drive humming. Looking to throw on first down. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it first down at the 42.
And that's why as quarterbacks, you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching it. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
Breaks into the open. Couldn't quite get the huge play on that one, but he goes out of bounds at the 37.
Yeah, and he's shown you a little bit of everything today. Shows you why he's a really good back, and the line's paved some holes, and he's right at 99 yards. And the way this game's going with the lead, he's going to get a few more touches, break that century mark, and when you do, you have a great chance of winning football games.
Alabama quickly back to the line. They've moved it to the 19, 1st and 10. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown tie. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Singleton. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Flips it out on the screen. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. Clock is still running, and they have to get everybody lined up.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. And it is another interception. Just a terrible struggle for this quarterback. This offense has it with really good field position. Wide receiver going in motion. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. The unproductive 1st down completion now brings up 2nd and long. Hard-hitting tackle. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. They go play action with Russell. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. All by himself down the middle. And he's taking it back, and just like that, this game has turned around with a defensive touchdown.
Thought it was over. It's back, baby.
Now, almost certainly, perhaps the lowest percentage play in all of sports, the onside kick.
Yeah, it's not high percentage, but that's why it's special teams, Reese. We're going to have something special happen. We got to go for it. You got to get an onside kick. You got to kick it. You got to see what happens.
Looking to throw, it's Daniels. He makes his way in for the 2, and now they trail by only 6. Just over 50 seconds to go. They're trying to pull off a comeback, and they'll need to get this onside kick to do it. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Guys, you want to be productive here and not go into a shell, but you've got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, and I think you say productive, Reese. Productive at this point in the game is running the clock and getting 1st down. So, Jesse, I can expect this defense to be aggressive, way up near the line of scrimmage, bringing a bunch of bodies, trying to stop the run.
And that's why it puts a lot of pressure on an offense, David, because you know if you do try to throw the football, it's probably man coverage, you're probably getting blitzed, it's going to be into a small window. It is not easy to execute in this situation of the game.
Florida State calls its 3rd and final timeout. Now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. There's a crease. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Bama! Rolled his way into the end zone.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
How about this? These guys are going for 2. Russell on play action. It's incomplete, so the 2-point conversion no good, but there is a flag on the play. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll line up to go for 2. Worked on the touchdown. Might as well do the same thing on the 2-point conversion. He gets all 8 points on that trip.
Number 31, set to kick this one away.
He'll bring it out. It's Singleton. I know he thinks he can house every... Daniels. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Here's a throw downfield late. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. He's taking a deep shot. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Corner's going to give them room. On 4th down, going to the air. And down he goes. A sack on 4th down, and the defense gets the football back. They get the timeout call with 7 seconds left on the clock. So this offense can capitalize off the desperate 4th down. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Fitted in the window for the score.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
57, Florida State, 36.
He'll return it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. After this, it'll be a wrap. To the air on 1st down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Falls incomplete. They fought to the final whistle, but that's going to do it. Welcome to Autzen Stadium in Eugene. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Oregon Ducks. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you talk about decibels, making it hard to play for the opponent, the first stadium you've got to think about is Autzen Stadium in Eugene, Oregon. This is one of the most acoustically challenging places for opponents to step onto the field. The loud and the proud, the Ducks make noise whenever opponents come to town. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Coming out with it, it's Hill. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Here's Moore to throw. Got his man. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the 1st down. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They'll need 3 yards here on 3rd down to keep this opening drive alive. Moore from the gun on 3rd down. Quickly complete. He steps out right at the 40-yard line, and now they are in business moving toward midfield.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football all week long.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Alabama! This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
Oof, and after that pick six, not the start this quarterback wanted. You're going to have to be really good about having a short-term memory and just turn the page. There is tons of football here to be played. You made a big mistake on that last throw. Don't let it beat you for the rest of this football game. You've got a lot of ball left to play. You've got to keep going.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Drag down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. The Ducks in the hurry-up.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize. So you go get on the ball and get ready to run some no-huddle.
He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Ducks in a good spot here with second and short. Dante Moore wants to throw again. Fires to the middle. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch.
Man, I love the catch radius on this guy. If you just put it somewhere near his body, he's going to be able to reel it in. That was a phenomenal job, showing you his athleticism and also his concentration, making that outstanding grab.
Running inside, it's Davison. Knocked down at the 35 after a pickup of 3.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Good timing on the quick out. He's stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. And the Ducks go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Throwing more. Here's a heat. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover. This noise is deafening, trying to keep this offense from being able to operate. Takes this handoff and headed to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to throw. It's Mack. Got a man. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And that's why, for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball in his hands. You saw it right there.
A good job by this defense. Great job in the secondary. Eyes on the quarterback. They took away the first option, made him go to option 2, made him go through his progression, and then they got time to get home and get a hit on the quarterback.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. This third down a little longer after that penalty. Throwing Russell. And it's incomplete on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
He'll field the punt and take it back. Found a little running room on that one, picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill.
I think there's a couple schools of thought in how you run the football and how you throw the football. Like some people say, I run the football to set up the throw, right? To get people aggressive. But this offense kind of took it the other direction, right? They came out throwing the football, now softened them up. Now let's see if they can start to get that ground game going.
Moore to the air. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. He's out.
Yes, sir. That's to him. That's to him. Two dubs, one for the plug, one for the hose. I got two dubs.
It's in the game.
EA Sports is in the game. Woo! Let's go, Red!
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Notre Dame Fighting Irish and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rose down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
We'll keep an eye on that, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. Looking for blockers. Gives him the big stiff arm. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Williams. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. keep it on the ground. Knocked down after picking up 5 out to the 24. The Tide will have to call their first timeout after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 3rd down, and they'll need 5 to keep this opening drive moving. Carr throws to the wideout. That was almost picked off, and what a disaster that would have been to throw a pick on the opening drive. Instead, it's 4th down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And they'll get the ball back, stopping him short of the first down.
That's a great job there by the defense here early in this game, getting a huge stop, and they've got an opportunity to make the opponent pay. Offense taking over now in great field position. Let's see what they can do here from a play calling standpoint to try and put some points on the board.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Might as well stick with him. There's it. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A quick strike, just as we expected.
Yeah, and quick strikes are easy when you got such great field position. Obviously, when the offense starts in such a good spot, puts the defense in a bad position, and the offense takes advantage.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. He'll bring it back looking for help. And he did a good job bobbing and weaving and finding a little bit of running room on that return. Here comes the Fighting Irish out to get this drive started. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Throwing. Carr. Oh, they're after him. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Carr. Picked off. What a play to set him up. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. A pick 6.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go, and this is what you call firing on all cylinders early in a game.
And the extra point makes it 14-0. Coming out with it, it's Porter. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down. 2nd down coming.
And a lot of times when you see running backs catch the football, man, they've got a little bit of space to operate. That's great coverage. Being right there when he catches the ball to deliver the hit, to make sure he doesn't secure the catch, elite coverage.
Here's Carr to throw. This time it's complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Carr above the noise. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. And they can't make the connection on third down.
Third and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to...
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Carr to throw for it on fourth. Floating away. Fires to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already got the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. Handoff to the single running back. Takes it the other way. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way. After that huge play right back at him on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Right back to the well. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Alabama quickly back to the line. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Bama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish it off with the score from the 4. Fielded in the end zone. It's Porter. He gets across the 20 and out to the 21-yard line before he stopped right there. They come to the line for the first play of the drive, snapping it from the 21. Here's C.J. Carr to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man downfield. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. Making a play like that to open the drive can really get the momentum going. First down from the 43. The Irish have always been built on, and he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Tide ready to roll on offense. They could not have drawn up a better start than this. Already up 21-0. Can't get it to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Right back to him on the ground. Made a defender miss. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first. It's at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
In most offenses, man, it's about controlling the line of scrimmage, getting the run game going. And when you got a back that's averaging over 5 yards a touch, like, I'm not great at math, guys, but every 2 touches I'm getting a first down, I'd say the offense will be in a really good position all game long.
Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks for the first down. Trying to run, it's Riley. Got some room into the goal line. Touchdown tie! And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point makes it 28-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And it was capped off with an impressive 18-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Carr. Gonna take a shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. Didn't get a ton on the return, but...
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, whole ass out of here.
Welcome to Vaught-Hemingway Stadium in Oxford, Mississippi. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Ole Miss Rebels. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Thanks, guys. The Tide head coach told me before the game, this is a challenging environment, bringing his team in here against a very quality opponent. This has so many implications for postseason, rankings, strength of schedule, all of those metrics. But more important, he knows how hard it is to get a win here on the road. Guys?
Holly, thank you. Can't wait to see how this one unfolds. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Alexander. Tackled and brought down right at the 20-yard line. Good coverage there. The run inside. It's Lacey. Got to be smart, patient, great vision. Uses all of that to get to the 29.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. The Rebels in the hurry up.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now here comes the tempo.
And he's still running after the move. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And, man, you don't have to be a great play caller to give that guy the football, right? Like, feature him. The offense goes through him. You got to love this running back. And he just finds a way to make those chunk plays like he just did, setting the tone. And, Palmer, sometimes the defense, they need to see you for a second so they realize how fast, how powerful, how good you are.
Yeah, and the defense said all the right things leading up to this game. We're focused on stopping the run. We want to be the more physical team. We're going to make them one-dimensional. Well, you just got to run down your throat early. Everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face. So for this defense now it's time to show up. You got to bow up now and start doing something.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions from go to 1 to 2 and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Gonna look downfield again. Bought a little time, lets it go. He's got the tight end. Touchdown, Rebels. Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
On the move from inside his 5. The give to the tailback. And this run won't give them any more room to operate, but at least they avoided the safety. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Picked up 4 yards, now looking at 3rd and 6. The Land Sharks circling. Crowd getting this defense whipped up on 3rd down. Runs through the ball's free. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Maybe picked up a couple as he gets it to the 14. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Nudges ahead for 1 out to the 16.
And that's good plays back-to-back, getting him on the ground. And I tell you what, just good job wrapping him up, not letting him get yards after contact and make your defense really have to work harder. Great job getting downhill, making tackles, and now you're set up pretty good. 3rd and medium, probably a passing situation. Nice physicality by this defense.
Alabama pushing the tempo.
How nice is it as a play caller on a critical 3rd down in a pretty obvious passing situation?
Breaks into the open. The 40, the 30, past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Alabama!
And that is exactly what they wanted to see. They talked about bolstering their speed at the running back spot. They said this guy could do it. And you get a good glimpse of it early in this football game. Palmer, there's one thing to talk about speed. It's another thing to talk about speed. And that guy takes off, erases some angles, and makes the big play early.
It's so true, David. There's so many really good running backs in the country that can make people miss, but when we see them get into the 2nd level, they always get caught. This guy is a little bit different. And now if you're on defense, that's a big alert. You know, hey, if we don't tackle him, if linebackers miss him, if safeties miss him, and this guy gets in the 2nd level, he is taking it to the house. There's a lot of pressure now in this defense to tackle.
They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7.
On defense, man, it helps you a lot when you can be a linebacker or a corner or safety, anybody, and you see the QB throw the football. Now I can break on the football right away and limit gains like right here on this play.
They couldn't make the connection on 2nd down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Got his man on the outside. He'll make a play on 3rd down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32.
Hey, man, that's unbelievable. That is a really good job of seeing the blitz right away and getting rid of the football. Like, that is quarterback 101. Understand they're blitzing, they're coming, see it, take advantage of it,
Makes the grab in their space. They stop him just a link or 2 short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here. Just keep giving him the easy catches until they do something to stop it.
Yeah, you're going to dictate to the defense. You're going to make the defense cover him up, and then obviously it leaves the middle of the field a little bit more wide open for receiver, for a tight end. So QB keeps making the right decision, getting the ball to running back, and he's making plays.
And the Rebels come to the line needing just inches for the first down. It'll be a run on 3rd and short. And they give him enough for the first down. They'll move the chains, and let's see if they can snap it one more time here in the first. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. That first quarter set the standard, and we hope we get a lot more of that here in the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. To the air on first down. That's caught. It's Cunningham. Make the stop at the 40, but it's a 10-yard gain and a fresh set of downs. And the Rebels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Looking to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. 4 wideout set, 2 on either side on 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Rushes on him, and he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Another incompletion on 3rd down.
3rd and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, going to the air. A shot toward the end zone. Downfield and incomplete. The defense holds.
Man, aggressive play calls. Everybody wants you to be aggressive. They're aggressive. They take their shot. Now they got to live with a little bit of the consequences. They turn the football over on.
Here's a little room there. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks. Alabama quickly back to the line. Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, Dave Pollock, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Howie Rowe on the sideline.
The Sooners head coach told me here in the pregame, he said this is a crucial game on the road against a quality opponent. It means so much. Not only the college football playoff rankings, strength of schedule, and everything that goes into a matchup like this, this is the biggest challenge so far in their season. Back to you.
Howie, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Sooners headed toward the ball, and we are ready for action. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Using his legs, it's Hill. Just has a knack for hitting that move on time. He's out to the 33. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
bounced off his feet. Third down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Oh, it's a fumble. The offense somehow fell on it, and they'll retain possession. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Wide receiver going in motion. There's some room. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another 1st down. Going with the ground game left. Got 6 yards on the play, 2nd and 4 coming. 6-yard pickup on 1st down, leaves him with 2nd and 4. The hand to the running back. He had to fight for a couple down to the 33. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the 1st down. Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their 1st. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. And they'll line up from the 31 on 1st down. Wide receiver comes in motion. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
And great recognition by the corner. That touch pass after he throws at the quarterback, it's a pass. He can't throw it forward again. Nice job understanding that, flying up, coming and making the big tackle in the open field.
Off the boot, looking for his man. Finds his man. Wide open. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. He found some open space and turned on the Jets.
You love as a head coach to watch your offense take the field and establish a rhythm and consistency the way they did there. Everything they dialed up was working to perfection. They go 10 plays on the opening drive and cap it off with a touchdown.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. And he'll be stopped. Return gets it out across the 25, stopped at the 26. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
The offense making a statement early in this game. They're going to open the entire playbook, and they're going to show this defense so many different looks and try to keep them on their heels. I love that play call. You could see the defense wasn't sure what was going on.
They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the 1st down. A great Oklahoma running attack will bring a tear to the Boomer Sooner Nation eye, thinking of guys like Billy Sims.
And where it all started was always the ground game and the tough.
Finding some room. Got enough for the 1st. They get him corralled, but not before. They had their eyes going everywhere trying to keep up with this option attack. The Sooners just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Caught behind the line. It's Sategna. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to throw. It's Mateer. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
Well, no secret, this guy was a big part of their key to success. Already 2 catches on the opening drive, and they go back to him again. This time the defense is in better position, and they force the incompletion.
missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And the offense got themselves in a tough situation. Third and
Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on fourth and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's not going to get there. Stop short on fourth down.
And they decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback, not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. He bounced that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Stopped again, and at least they made it back to the line of scrimmage this time.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Trying to escape and get it himself. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So after the break, they'll go back to work. Russell on play action. Pulls it in. It's Edwards. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 20. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
It's so nice to have that tight end that can be a chess piece. You can move him around, and then guess what? He can break tackles. He can make explosive plays. You've seen tight ends grow and get faster and bigger and stronger, and they throw it to him short, and look at the speed. He does the rest for the long touchdown catch.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Slides to the ground, picks up the first down, and avoids the hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take it.
Snagged it, and there's running room. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down.
Well, this team found themselves in a hole really quickly. Good things need to start happening, and they got to happen now. There's a big play that the offense desperately needed. A big pitch and catch, that's going to give them some confidence. That hopefully shifts the momentum their way a little bit. They've got to cap this off now with a touchdown cut into their opponent's lead.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Dropping back, it's Mateer. Throws to the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's 3rd and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, now forcing the incompletion, setting up 4th.
Now wait just a second here. I don't see the kicker coming out. I think they're going to go for it here. On 4th down, looking to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes a catch, converts on 4th down, is still on his feet.
That is a huge play early in this game. We came into this thing wondering just how aggressive this offense wanted to be, and there you go. First half, 4th and long, we're not bringing the punter out on the field. We've got a guy that we think can read the defense and deliver a strike, and we've got playmakers stretching the field vertically. They show you how dangerous they can be on that last 4th down there.
He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
Well, you live by the blitz, you die by the blitz. That time the defense called it at the perfect time. The linebacker able to make the stop in a short game.
And from the offense's perspective, that's probably making a little something out of nothing. It's complete on the right side. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. We're at the 2-minute timeout, and these guys really need to build a little momentum to cut into this lead before halftime. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a first down without scoring. 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And the 3rd down pass is knocked away by the knee.
Bend don't break by the defense, right? They've allowed a lot of big plays, but here in the red zone, great job in coverage on that 3rd down. And now the offense is in an interesting situation.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down? Now they'll try the right side.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more
right down the gut of the field. He's at the 40, at the 20, and he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Bama!
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the first half for the home team.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw, it's Mateer. Under fire. And it's a sack.
sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
The Sooners trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Flips it out to the back. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. Unloads to the right. Makes a connection. They get him down at the 36. It will be a first down.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. At receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Looking to throw on first down. Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. Bringing it back. Sweet spin.
Well, that's a huge...
Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Texas A&M Aggies. Along with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline.
When you walk into Kyle Field in College Station, Texas, it is so dynamic. From the traditions, the cheering, the crowd in unison, it is straight up and down of electric Aggie pride. This is one of the most unique places you can ever watch a college football game, and we expect it to be just as loud and energetic here today. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. He'll bring it out. It's Morrill. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. On the option. Picks up the first down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And that's exactly how you draw it up. And that's why the option's so hard to stop. QB, man, draw the defense in. Look at me. I'm the first option. Bam. Next thing you know, he pitches it, gets a positive gain down the field.
The Aggies, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Reed. That's reeled in. It's Owens.
And frankly, if that's a completion, it's not going to make the end-of-season highlight reel. But in this game, it could lead to a highlight reel type play. The offensive coordinator may be setting something big up for later in the game.
That last connection left him a little short of the first down, but in perfect spot to attack on 2nd and short. Early movement on the offense, and they'll push it back 5 yards. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. A false start might prove to be really costly, as now they come to the line with a 2nd and 6. Throwing Reed. Looking to the big tight end. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
On 3rd down, they're in the gun. It's Reed. He wants to go deep. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
Well, it looked like the offense had a rhythm here early in the drive, getting a 1st down, but I don't know about that play call. Going deep on...
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. DB's right up on the receivers. Stop, but not before. He gets enough to convert on 4th down, and rolling the dice pays off. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Here we go. Stop. Bender.
Reed to the air again. Bringing the heat. Got the 1st down himself. Hits the slide, got the 1st down with his feet.
That's the danger as a defense when you play man coverage, is that if the quarterback decides to scramble, there may not be anybody there to make a tackle right away. You obviously want to take care of everything on the back end, and with these receivers, you got to get them locked down. But if you're the D coordinator here, you got to be more selective with your coverage and mix it up, because man coverage against a scrambling quarterback can hurt you.
Look. King.
Here's Reed to throw. Looking to the big tight end. Good hands in there by the defense to force the incompletion.
Oh, lack of concentration that time by the receiver. If he catches it, it's going to be a first down. You just have to look that ball in. Do what you do every single day in practice. In your sleep. That's a bad break for the offense early.
Fires to the middle. He is lucky to get that one back, and the last thing you want is to turn it over on your opening drive. This drive was clicking along, but after a couple of misfires, threatening to stall out on 3rd and 10. Back to throw, it's Reed. Fires to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Aggies go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Reed, looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Aggies! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board.
This head coach wanted to come into this game aggressive, guys, and he did it in a couple different ways. On that first drive, nice mixture of throwing and running offensively, but how big was that gamble on 4th down? They got it, kept the drive alive, they end up scoring a touchdown, so it paid off. You can't start a game better than that.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. He'll bring it out. It's Rodgers. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Got a little room. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
And you can't draw it up any better. How do you shut a home crowd up? One of the best crowds in college football. You come in on the first drive and you handle your business. You get in the end zone. Palmer, this place was going absolutely berserk, and strangely, one possession in, it got really quiet.
That was really impressive from an execution standpoint, too. Obviously, you script those plays on your first possession. You practice them all week. It was so important, especially in this game, because you're right. This is one of the most hostile environments in all of college football. We've seen these fans, when they get rolling, it's like a tidal wave, and they just engulf teams and take games over. Great job by the offense early, executing and quieting this crowd down.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Morrill. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. On the option. He found a hole, got about 5. He's down at the 21.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time, and they're able to make a quick stop.
And that seemed a little off from the start, didn't it?
That was a big-time play, and it was off from the start because of the play he made.
And I don't think it would have mattered who was playing running back. There was absolutely nowhere to go.
Reed, pressure coming. Got him for the sack. This defense turning up the intensity.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing.
Guys, look at this. A surprise. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. Maybe a double pass. Under fire. Intercepted, a turnover in their own territory. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. This will make the offensive coordinator's life easier, taking over 1st and goal with the 1. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he's in! Touchdown Tide! The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position like that.
It's that killer mentality. You step on their throat, you keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. So Alabama takes the lead into the quarter break. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. They'll move the tight end. Throwing Reed. Looking to the big tight end. Nearly picked off there, and he might be the last guy on the field you'd expect to drop that one. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, a great job in coverage on the back end by the defense. You just got to finish the play. That should have been a pick.
In the gun, 3rd down, Reed. Fires downfield. Complete to the right. To the 43-yard line, and a 1st down for this offense.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
Back to pass, it's Reed. Going to take a shot at this DB. Hits him inside the 20, still going. Touchdown, Aggie. Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house.
Sometimes it's players, not plays, or sometimes it's both. And when you got that guy and you put him in the slot and you let him burn for a go route right past a nickel corner or one of the reserve corners or a safety, that's a great job by the offense, and that speed you can't teach, and that's why he's in the house for 6.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. Chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. These two offenses have been outstanding in the early going, and that ramps up the pressure to put something on the board every time you touch it. Caught, and he's got room. And he was loose and not stopped until he gets to the 47-yard line. Alabama quickly back to the line. Throwing Mack. Got it in the middle. It's Hill. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Running inside. It's Hill. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. That last sack got them behind the sticks. It's 2nd and long here. Motion from the wideout. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Oh, and he's able to get the ball back, but he does lose yardage on the play. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on 3rd down. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Now here's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24.
3rd and Africa is extremely difficult. When I know it's a passing situation, I get to rush the passer and pin my ears back. I get to put more DBs on the field to drop back and really play pass coverage. You can tell the offense was trying to force it, trying to get that first down, makes the big mistake.
Here's Reed to throw. Makes the grab. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
Again, it's Reed. Lets it fly. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And that's pretty encouraging. Like, this defense needs a shot in the arm, right? Like, the 2 possessions, they've given up 2 touchdowns. Like, now they try to be aggressive and go after the deep ball right away. Nice coverage. That's a good start to this drive. You know, 2 bad drives, we flushed those.
Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Going the other way, and he's got room. And after the interception return, he gets it down to the 32-yard line. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. They'll try the right side. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. Right back to it. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play, clock running. They'll try to run for it. Could be an alley.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Keelan Russell makes the grab on the left. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Stopped short of the first down, but this upset still percolating in their minds, and they can take the lead with a seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Thought he had it and couldn't get it through the uprights. He missed it. And after the missed field goal, guys, we are still locked up.
And that's just a chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Oh, a double pass. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. Texas A&M ready to kick it away to get the third quarter started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on defense. We're going to find out here.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front?
Maybe some room here. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. Offense, quick tempo.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum. And what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
Great job of contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened there.
Corralled and brought down by the defense.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10.
That is what I'm talking about. So many guys lose where they're at on the field, lose the down and distance. It's 3rd down. I can't slide. QB knows it. Nice job using his noggin and his heart, lowering the shoulder to get the first down on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Touchdown, Alabama! With that, they grab the lead here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So they put together a 9-play, 75-yard drive. And the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. Just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Reed. Throwing right. It's complete. Turning on the Jets. A massive pickup on that one, and they're in business at the 21.
And these running backs, they practice with receivers now. They're running routes all the time, and you see, they give him the football out in space. He knows exactly how to run routes and how to do damage. And the best part is he's a running back after the catch. And look at him chew up the yards and make the big play and get all the way down the field.
Let's go! Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
Looking to throw, it's Reed. They're working that left side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
From the gun on third down, Reed throws for the tight end. Intercepted deep in his own end. Taking it the other way. The 40, past the 30, 10, all the way back, touchdown!
Yes, sir.
Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. It's the LSU Tigers and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Guys, I was able to catch up with Lane Kiffin before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. LSU will put a foot to it for the opening kickoff. Coming out with it, it's Rodgers. He stopped there, but a good return coming out of his own end zone gets it to the 28. On the move, it's Hill. Across the 30, out to the 33, and gains 4 on the play. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry up.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Russell. He's going to take off. Got it across the 35 to the 36, but the defense knew that line to defend, and they force a 4th down. Going for the marker on the ground. He's not quite going to get there, and they'll turn it over on downs as the defense stops him a few yards short. This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. To the air, it's Levitt. That's caught. It's Green. Lots of running room. Run out of bounds at about the 13-yard line, and that's where this offense will go back to work. And the Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Looking downfield on first down. And they're not quite in. There, it's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a first and goal. On third down, he drops to throw. Into the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
This is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now the LSU Tigers will use the first of their 3 timeouts. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Field goal unit's not coming out here, guys. I think they're going to go ahead and go for it on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Touchdown, Tigers! Fitted in the window for the score. They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game?
Yeah, and I feel like momentum is always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Alabama pushing the tempo. Throwing Russell.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Keeps it on the draw. Recovers the fumble, and he's still going. Got a little grass. He's dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains. This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Back in motion, trying to clear the picture. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy in front of us.
And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. 7th play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. And the quarterback will be slung down back at the 43.
And how about these defensive ends nowadays? No matter what scheme they're in, they're so strong, but so quick. So they can beat you with speed, or they can go through you. Either way, it's a tough spot for that offensive tackle to be in. And you saw that right defensive end come off the end and make the sack.
They'll try to put a drive together, starting from their own 12. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Has plenty for the first down, and they stop him at the 28. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
On first down, it's Durham again. Cross the 30 out to the 33 and gains 4 on the play.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Looking to pass. It's Levin. The pass falls incomplete, and that'll be the final play of this quarter. Guys, LSU has the lead here. 1 period in the books, and let's take a look at the stats. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the big fella. Still on his feet at the 45. Big play, takes him into plus territory. He's out of bounds at the 47. LSU right back to the line.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
The short hands, it's Green. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammate.
Turning it on. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
Well, on that run, he shows you why he's so dynamic. He's got all the tools in the toolbox to hit the home run, David, and they're going to stay patient with him. They know they're not going to score a touchdown every single time they give it to him, but he is that guy that can break the game wide open for this offense. Expect more from him.
Yeah, and then once you start giving it to him, you create that balance on offense. Then you can play action and suck those linebackers up. So it's only going to help this offense make it more two-dimensional as opposed to one. Get the running game going, and then it opens up the pass.
Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
And you don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of onside kicks earlier in the game, especially in the second quarter. You still feel each other out. You're still getting into the game. You don't want to give away that momentum, but that's exactly what they did by failing on that onside kick.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him. The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Keelan Russell going to try to get it himself. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. 3rd and short coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. From the gun, the ground game. Makes it past the marker. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. The offense in hurry-up mode.
And the offense with a nice run, breaks off a little bit of run, gets a first down. Oh, and here they go again. First down, you've seen this. They like to go fast.
Got his man.
Hey, on offense, you just got to stay ahead of the sticks, and a big part of that is finding positive production on first down. When you've got this guy in the backfield, there's a lot of ways you can do that. You're going to hand it off to him, but how about dialing up the pass play on first down and just letting him go to work to set up 2nd and short?
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Picks up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. He might have expected to see this DB up in his receiver's kitchen. Instead, nice little zone, and they pick up the 1st.
Man, offenses are getting so good, Reese, at seeing the holes in the zone, knowing you're...
Might have a chance. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment. They get the tackle for loss.
Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. Looking to throw, it's Levin. And now what will they come up with on this second? Makes a grab and room to run. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a 1st down. Here's a give to Durham. There he goes. And finally out of bounds after an explosive run by this ball carrier. Now the Tide uses its 3rd and final timeout. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the 1st down. The Tigers getting set on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He can't make the connection. It'll be incomplete. He can scramble but couldn't create anything there. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give to Caden Durham. Maybe a crease. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown Tigers. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And that's a big problem for this defense. When you get that guy in space, it's hard to catch him. You got to bottle him up near the line of scrimmage. Palmer, too much daylight too early in that run.
Yeah, you're right, David. And I think that's what makes this guy unique. With his skill sets, you just know it's a matter of time. You just keep giving him the football. Good things are going to happen. Long touchdowns are going to happen. And you saw it right there.
Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. Russell. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Breaks into the open. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Got a man. It's Rodgers. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Into the secondary on the right. Touchdown, Bama! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him.
And that was a really big score here at the end of the first half, just for their confidence and their momentum. They're obviously still losing right now on the scoreboard, but you had the feeling something positive had to happen here at the end of the first half for them to go in at halftime, regroup, and come out in the second half now trying to build on that successful drive offensively.
And they had the extra point to finish the drive. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's Caden Durham to begin the drive. Short gain on that run as the clock winds down here late in the half. The Tigers headed quickly to the line. The give to Caden Durham. Got enough for the first. There's a crease. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers.
And this dude has been a problem today. Almost 200 yards rushing, rips off another long run. He has been impossible to stop. They've featured him, and Palmer, I would continue to feature him.
Yeah, I would too, David. I think he's the definition of a running back that gets better as the game goes on. The more and more you give him the football, he just seems to get stronger. He seems to get faster. People do not want to tackle this guy for 60 minutes. He is putting on a show.
14.
They'll snag it just inside the 10. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Throwing Russell. Looking long. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He is going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you know he has the defense's attention.
And after that short game, they'll head to the locker room for halftime. Ready to start the second half. Alabama will kick it off. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see. Oh, he's got some space. He's at the 30. The 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
Number 8, set to kick this one away.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes that Alabama offense. Keelan Russell. Pocket breaking down. Going downfield for the big play. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. To the air, it's Russell. The screen, he's got wheels. Gets it up to the 35-yard line before going out of bounds. Alabama quickly back to the line. They go play action with Russell. And they'll miss the connection here on third down. Offense still out there, lining up quickly on fourth down. Has to get there to move the sticks. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive. Alabama with a 1st and 10 here.
Well, they're setting the tone early in this game. Fourth down in their own end. They go for it on the ground, and they pick it up.
They want to set the tone. They want to establish that they think their offense is unstoppable and that they're willing to do anything to keep the football.
You're exactly right, Reese. They are sending a very clear message to this defense. We're going to run the football. We don't care what you do, but you are not going to stop us.
Makes the catch. It's Jenkins. The Tide will get the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Russell. And that pass incomplete. The defense got a hand on it.
And the linebacker's showing off a little bit of athletic ability, playing some man coverage. A lot of times those guys don't play this all the time, so you see him kind of get nervous and a lot of times get that pass interference or get a little bit handsy. Really nice job seeing the football, breaking on it, and swatting it to the ground.
Tight end now in motion. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
The offense obviously trailing here in the second half. They're going to have to be able to throw the football effectively to come back in this game. But in order for that to happen, they have got to do a better job up front blocking.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. Didn't get a... Welcome to Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the South Carolina Gamecocks. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Inside Williams-Brice Stadium for South Carolina, the Sandstorm team entrance is electric. The fans make this one of the most special venues in sports. Loud, proud, and rocking. That iconic entrance is one you've got to appreciate. Guys?
Thanks, Holly. The Gamecocks ready to put toe to leather, and here we go. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. Alabama pushing the tempo.
And that wasn't a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And they get him down.
And just a great job by the defense being stout. All right, that's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's one-on-one. Stop the run first.
Didn't take long to need a clutch play on the opening drive. It's 3rd and 7. Throwing Russell. and they can't make the play on third down.
You just got to wonder, too, guys, if the crowd didn't impact the offense. They're playing on the road on the first third down of this football game. Incomplete. The idea here, I think, just punt it away and see if you can regroup, because this environment is hostile.
Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Looking for room, it's Fuller. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
That is such a nice example of the defense reading and reacting and locating the football on the sweep play. They weren't fooled at all. They knew they were trying to go to the outside. They got leverage, corralled the back, got him down behind the line of scrimmage.
Throwing, Sellers. Here's the pressure. At the 45 on his way. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Now a first down from the 45-yard line. He'll take it himself. Here's a little room there. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball, because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
Throws to the wideout. Finds space on the right. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. Sellers. Here's a heat. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that pressure got to him quick. I mean, you talk about you want your quarterback to feel comfortable. Man, he didn't have time to feel comfortable. He didn't have time to get his feet set and get in the ground. This offensive line's got to do a better job.
Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. The Tide will have to call their first timeout after using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Doing it himself again. And he walks us in for the score. Touchdown, Gamecocks!
And this offense showing off a little diversity, right? Like being able to run that option a different way, get a receiver that can catch the ball on the pitch, confuse the defense enough to create enough opportunity for the QB to keep it and punch it in the end zone.
And he makes the extra point. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Keelan Russell makes the grab. It's Hill. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. Alabama quickly back to the line. Looking for a man. It's Russell. Got his man. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. Pass completion, move the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble. And he got 5 yards on the play, 2nd and 5 coming. No huddle offense to the line. second down, they'll go to the air. Got the back over the middle. And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. Alabama rolling quickly downfield, set up with another first down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Hill. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. They'll line up for a second down play. And he got a hand in there, knocks it away, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
As the rooster crows, they are getting cocky and cockier on third down here. Now here's Russell. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45. It's fourth down and 6, and they'll try to convert. Russell skips away from pressure. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. Up-tempo for the offense. Looking to throw on first down. He'll pull it down and run. Excellent pursuit by this defense as he barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense there. First off, getting pressure initially and then forcing him outside the pocket after that. Excellent effort. All eyes on the quarterback. And you see the speed this defense has. They're going to be putting a lot of heat on this guy throughout the game.
They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead as we get a look at the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. There's some room. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 22 after the huge pickup. The Crimson Tide rolled to that last first down on the ground. Let's see if they go right back to the run. Here comes the Heat. The throw. It's complete to the right. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. The Crimson Tide move the sticks through the air. Let's see if they go back to it here. Going to the run. It's Hill. And he breaks the play. Touchdown Tide. Looking for the tie with the extra point. And the extra point was good. And that extra point leaves us deadlocked here in the second. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Harbor. He gets a block. He's got an alley. Wide open. It's a foot race. He will score. Touchdown, South Carolina. That dude ought to have a lethal sticker on his helmet. Anytime he touches it, it can be a score. He touched it, and it was.
No doubt. Unbelievable speed. And if you're back deep for a kickoff, obviously, you've got those wheels. But to be able to get through, and guess what? No flags. You know it's going to count. Great job by the special teams being special.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. These two-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. Then perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. Those opportunities, those returns like that can be such game changers, and everyone was right on point, and he took it to the house. Here's the return from inside his 10. He'll be stopped just short of the 25-yard line. They'll mark it at the 24, and good work by the coverage unit. The Tide ready to roll on offense. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. Throwing Russell on target. And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Alabama pushing the tempo. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Alabama will get the first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one.
Nice job being physical by this offensive line, getting the first down, and what do? Right away, right back on the football, ready to run some tempo.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell.
Looking downfield, it's Russell. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. Knocked out of bounds at the 46 after the good pickup on that one.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
Knocked down immediately at the line of scrimmage.
Really nice job by the defense shutting down all the options. Don't let him get into his reading phase. Go get him right now, play sound, and more importantly, tackle him and get him on the ground.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The chains now on second and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick completion to the right. Great job on the containment and the tackling. They stop him for no gain.
So many playmakers, so much speed in college football, so many big plays after the catch. Not in this instance. The defense did a great job reacting to the throw, getting there in a hurry, and making sure he didn't get any yards after that catch.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He couldn't quite get loose on that return. He'd already made the play, and they've got it at the 35.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, making a big play.
QB draw, and they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
Here's Sellers to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth it.
He lobs one high down the left side. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Man, that is such great third.
Wait just a second. They're leaving the offense on the field. They're going to go for it in this situation. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10. Pulls and fires complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Sellers. It's complete to the left. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Timeout called here by South Carolina. That'll be their 2nd. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half. 949, throwing, Sellers. Now improvising. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
It's a fumble. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover. Everything broke down. The quarterback tried to bail them out, but he ended up making things worse when he fumbled.
Yeah, I like the quarterback and his athleticism, extending the play and at least giving himself a chance, but you got to finish. You still have to do a good job taking care of the football. That's priority number 1. He wasn't able to do that.
The run inside. It's Hill. He's loose at the 15. Turning it on. After that big game, maybe no longer content to just run the ball and go to the locker room. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field.
That is exactly what you want from your offense. Create some space, get out of the shadow of your own end zone, Palmer, and make it easier on this offense.
Yeah, it's nice when you have a running back like that, too, that can create that space for you. Now, if you're the play caller, your entire playbook is wide open.
Russell on play action. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. South Carolina's offense heads out to get this drive started. Motion from the wide receiver. Sellers. Fires to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. So now it's 2nd and long. Goes to the option. Now the pitch. Finding some room. Across the 30, out of bounds at the 31-yard line, and they've kick-started this drive with that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. Looking for a man. It's Sellers. He's got him in the flat. He'll go out of bounds right at the 40-yard line as this offense continues to show great patience. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. The Gamecocks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Here's Sellers to throw. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He lost it high and deep down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. Well, guys, look at this. I'm surprised. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th down. 4th down, Sellers. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. He's got it and more than enough for a 1st down. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
You got to love the physicality up front by the defense there, allowing only a minimal gain. These are big bodies on the D-line. They eat up blocks, allow the linebackers to run free and make stops.
Now on the option. Quick toss. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch, man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He's got it on the move. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal.
And how about this drive? Like this offense, just the composure, backed up inside your own 10, a little bit nervous to start, and then you come out, put some plays together.
Touchdown, Gamecocks! And they take it in for 6 more points. Backed up in the shadow of your own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. So a drive there of 84 yards, and they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Takes the handoff. It's Hill. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Keelan Russell.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not in. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
Really nice play getting that 1st down. And listen, I know when a lot of people think about the Crimson Tide recently, they think about the success they've had at the quarterback position. A big reason why, though, those guys have been playing so well, they're throwing to NFL talent all over the field. And this dude right here, he could be the next 1st-round pick at the wide receiver position.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And, you know, big chunks like this don't happen unless you commit to the run game. You got to get those big boys up front into the game, understanding I want to knock people off the football, create some holes like you do here for my running back, make the game easy.
Making side adjustments here. The give. Pickup of 5 is now 2nd and 5. Alabama quickly back to the line. Russell. Got it. There he goes. He's finally shoved out of bounds at the 23-yard line, and a big pickup on that one. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with a 1st and 10.
And that's a nice job by this offense. They got to find a way to continue to string good plays together. They've had a few, but they haven't put 3, 4, 5, 6 together, putting a drive like this together. Now, let's go pay this thing off and punch it in the end zone.
Back to pass, it's Russell. Looking for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Grabbed in the end zone to put 6 on the board.
And that is how you dunk on somebody. Coach, I'm open. Throw me the ball. I'm the wide receiver. He's the defensive back for a reason. Nice play by the wide receiver to get the score.
PAT unit on the field. Just got a little casual with it and blew the extra point. We've reached the break. It's South Carolina holding the lead. They're sitting in a strong position here with the lead. Let's take a look at our game summary. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth quarter finish. He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Gamecocks offense heads out to see what they can put together here.
What the fuck happened? Oh my god.
It's the fourth quarter, first down. That's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Running wide open down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Number one job of a defense, affect the quarterback, get to him, make him a little bit flustered, uncomfortable. Jesse, his second fumble of the day, and this time it goes to the house.
Yeah, and David, you know as a former DN, the coaches were telling their guys, hey, you got him to fumble once. If you get close to him, strip away at that thing. Get your hands on him. The ball's going to come out again. That's exactly what happened. They were opportunistic, not just recovering it, scooping and scoring for a big TD.
He'll bring it out. It's Harbor. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. That last touchdown drive tightened this one up, and we'll see what these guys can do coming down the stretch. Throwing, Sellers. Unloads to the wideout. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And man, could they have used that? It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again.
Blue 85.
To the air, it's Sellers.
Well, the offense obviously already in bad field position. The defense can smell blood in the water. Just look at the defenders pin their ears back and get after this quarterback. Wow.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Sellers from the gun on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
He gets it away from his end zone and a very good kick here. Makes the catch. Wants to make a move upfield. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. This offense trying to keep the momentum going. They scored the last time they had it. The defense got it back for them, and now a chance to take the lead. And a decent game there before the defense makes the stop.
I like this idea by the offense going hurry up here. You just had a very nice run. Let's get back up to the line of scrimmage and go fast.
They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. Russell from the gun on third down. Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And here we go. Down to score. They'll go for it on fourth down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Incomplete on fourth down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And that's a play the quarterback would love to have back. Late in the game, trailing by only one possession on fourth down, it looked like there was a window to put that football in, to get the catch, keep the drive going. The quarterback has an inaccurate pass. It falls incomplete, and that is probably going to do it.
They're dealing with a second and long. Red pass, it's complete. They get him on the ground at the 37, but give him 15 yards on that chunk play, and they'll move the chains.
And after that long completion for the first down, did you see everybody sprinting to the line of scrimmage offensively? They
could be an alley. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's give him 10 yards on the play, and it is enough for a first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Running inside, it's Clark. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Third and short from the 22. Is the field goal unit getting ready, or is this already 4-down territory? He ended up losing yardage on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Alabama calls its second timeout of the half. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. But guys, they are going to leave the offense out here. I know it's 4th and long, but a field goal doesn't really help you that much here, so you can kind of see it. Sellers to throw for it on 4th. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out.
What a great stop in a big moment for this defense. Nice job getting the stop. Now listen, the ball goes back to the offense, and this has a chance now to be a great finish. That was a clutch stand for this defense.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Throwing Russell. Oh, it's picked off. What a bad time for a mistake like that.
I just love the aggressive nature of this defense and understanding, hey, David, we need one play and this game is over. One takeaway finishes it, and they get it with the pick.
Yeah, and you do these situations all the time, right? You got the lead, the passing situations, you're playing the pass, and they play it beautifully, man. Drop back, great vision, break on the football, and they said, forget this. I'm ending this game right now.
Running out the clock seems to be a mere formality here as they are ready to snap it in victory formation. And the quarterback will just drop to a knee. It's really the most common type of upset we see every year. The home field advantage is so big, and especially when you have a ranked team come to town, they love to play spoiler.
Yes, and what needed to happen happened in this football game. Something good to happen early to get the belief and to get this crowd involved. And when the crowd gets involved, Jesse, it changes the game, and I think it had a lot to do with the outcome today.
I agree. I'll tell you, regardless whether this team is ranked or unranked, when their home crowd is like they were today, they're tough to beat, period. And you know this crowd